Welcome back to the only series that triggers your existential crisis while also helping you hit your goals. Today we discuss how to determine what level you are in life, and how to level up and slay the dragon and hook up with the princess. There are 10 main levels in life, not including the side quests. Most people will never make it past level 5, so stick around to figure out how you can be amongst the top 10% of men in the entire simulation. I'll go over all 10 levels, what age you'll generally be during these levels, and then explain what they look like in real life and how to get to the next level faster than your hello neighbor. Before we begin, I would just like to say that these concepts and most of the concepts on this channel will apply to a man's life, much more than a woman's life. If you're a woman, you could technically get married to a rich man at 18, speedrun the game, and live happily ever after. For guys, not so much. Let's begin. Here are the levels. Level 1, helpless. Level 2, growing. Level 3, changing. Level 4, experimenting. Discovery, hard grind, seeing results, seeds blossom, ultimate enjoyment, and last but not least, philanthropy. So keep in mind, the ages for these levels aren't extremely important. They're placeholders to give you a rough idea of which level you're possibly on. Now, let's go over what these levels mean and how to get to the next level each step of the way. Level 1, helpless. This is where you're a toddler, learning to understand how to interact with the world around you. To level up from this stage, your objectives are age 3 years. Level 2, growing. These are the years that vastly determine your personality as a young adult and potentially the rest of your life. I'm assuming that you're already past the age of 10, but understanding that this age of your life defined a large part of who you are today is essential. Examples of how this part of your life would affect you today would be if you had abusive parents. Maybe that made you a closed off, quiet person now. If your family was active and they worked out all the time, you became an active person as well. Or if your family was very inactive, you followed suit. Or maybe if your family was inactive, you let that inspire you to not be like them. Maybe you were bullied in school at this age and you identified as the things that the kids called you. Or instead of identifying as a skinny kid, you chose to start working out years later. Just understanding this part of your life is super essential to your future success. Your objectives in this stage: go to school, eat your veggies to be big and strong. Level 3, changing. So you finally start to see that first chest hair, huh? Pathetic. This is the point in your life where you will start to see some big changes. In your body, in your mind, in your friends, everywhere. The transition from elementary school to middle school is different. The fashion trends are different, the hairstyles are different, the food is different, the gym activities and... Wait a minute. There's no more recess? At this stage, your objectives are to embrace change. Survive middle school. Level 4, experimenting. Okay, make sure your parents are around for this one because we're about to get into some serious topics and they might want to listen in. So similar to the last stage, this is where you will begin trying things like drugs. Do all the drugs in high school. Try any drugs you can get your hands on. Kimberly, your kid is watching a video about drugs. I can't do that. That is so corny. All right. In all seriousness... Am I going to leave that in? I'll leave that in. Okay, in all seriousness, let's be honest here. Lots of people experiment with a lot of things at this stage. I won't name all those things, but what be understood don't need be explained, you feel me? The point is, you should understand that at this point and at this stage, you're opened up to a plethora of possibilities and options to choose from. Some of these things can be great for you. Maybe you join yearbook club and you realize you got a passion for photography. Maybe you try out theater and come to find that you love acting or music. Maybe you pick up a sport and take it all the way to a college level. But also the dangers of options that can lead you down the wrong path. I want to give you the advice that my parents never gave me. Let's be real here. I do not, and I will repeat, do not recommend you try any drugs whatsoever. I'm not a doctor, and even if I was, I still wouldn't recommend. But if you or someone you know at school has access to drugs, is it really possible for me to stop you from doing them? Not only can I not stop you from trying them, but neither can your parents. The difference between me and them is I won't try to force and manipulate you into not doing them because, let's be honest, it's gonna make you want to do it more. I can only tell you the pros and cons of drugs and give you examples of people that I know who've tried them. And trust me, for the most part, it ain't pretty.
You guys can come in the game.
Hey, y'all ain't finna die at my pump, right?
You let it dead serious, man.
Oh shit, what's she doing?
The choice is ultimately yours. So, to make this stage of your life go swimmingly, your objectives are to experiment with good things, try sports, bands, clubs, friend groups, style, fitness, whatever. Actually study for your tests, get good grades, socialize and make friends, graduate with a good GPA. Level 5, Discovery. Good old level 5, my favorite. This is actually the level I'm currently on, and in about 6 months time or less, I'll have slayed my dragon and moved on to level 6. But since I've come to the tail end of this level, I'll tell you how I got here and how you can blast past it even faster than I did. So between the ages of 18 and 22, men will experience a period of feeling lost. Now, keep in mind, these ages aren't set in stone. This feeling can hit sooner, or it can last longer. It's different for everybody. It could last all the way up into your 30s. So the reason you feel lost is because every man needs to have a purpose, a reason to get out of bed, quit wasting all your goddamn money on clucking bell, and put in some real work. Couple your purpose with a passion and it makes for a pretty fulfilling life, even if you aren't where you want to be at this stage. 99% of men aren't where they want to be, as they shouldn't be. You gotta work for it. On the other hand, you can spend this time in your life playing video games, chasing girls, getting wasted with your bros at the Drunken Clam every weekend, but that feeling that you know you could be doing more with your life will keep popping up in the back of your mind. And no matter how many hours of PlayStation, porn, or pizza you indulge in, depression will hit. The feeling of being lost will hit. Reality will hit you. Because you came into this world alone, and you will leave this world alone. So it all hits you in the moments when no one else is around. So the game presents you with a choice at level 5. Here are your demons. Do the necessary work to battle and crush your demons. Or you can skip out on the work, enjoy your youth while it lasts, you won't get it back, and ignore those demons and let them torment you for the rest of your miserable, pathetic life. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they multiply and get stronger every 6 to 12 months that go by. Your objectives at this stage are to learn who you are, where you want to go, who you want to go with, what do you want to do, why you want to do all these things, and most importantly, who do you want to become? Which leads us to the next stage, level 6, hard grind. This stage is very interesting because this is a stage where you should be building your life up for your future self, but most people don't do that. This is where most guys mess up. You should be taking this time in your life to build the skills to fight those demons so you can have a pretty good life in the future. You will get older. You might want to start a family, buy a house, travel, but you never conquered your video game, junk food, porn addiction, so you're fat, lazy, and can't afford to take care of your wife and kids at the age of 30 because you didn't successfully set yourself up at this stage. This is why it's important to acknowledge where you are in life and know how to navigate through levels to effectively move forward. Time will move forward, but that doesn't mean you're leveling up. It just means you're getting older. A lot of guys are stuck at level 5 and don't know it, even at the ages of 30 to 40 years old. Don't let that be you. After you explore and discover who you are at level 5, you need to spend years grinding and working towards becoming that person that you see in your head. It's hard. It sucks. It's not always fun, but it's worth the fight. Or you can end up like the local 30-year-old creepy loser hitting on chicks at the bar who still plays League of Legends. The choice is yours. Objectives to maximize effectiveness and speedrun this stage are: choose discipline over motivation, be selfish and hardworking, minimize distractions, friends, and going out, save your money, don't have a child yet, don't get into a serious relationship yet, focus on one business or career and put the majority of the money, energy, and time into it. Prioritize fitness right under work. Level 7. Seeing results, keep going. I love level 7. This is what gets me excited every day. Level 7 is the guy I see in my head that I could be if I keep putting in the work day in and day out. So many guys are at home wishing they were born into a rich family rather than wishing they just put in the work at a young age so they can end up in a position where they have everything they want. But the players who put in the work consistently for years make it to level 7. That's only about 5 to 10% of people on the planet. That's elite level shit, bro. These guys reap the rewards that most guys will never get to taste. They have their choice of women, cars, careers, places to travel, any clothing options, any place they want to live, literally anything they choose. This is what gets me excited to play the game. If you put in the work early on, you get to enjoy the game on a much higher level than all the rest of the players who are lower levels because they chose not to put in the work. At this level, your hard work pays off and you're well on your way to be able to retire soon if you desire. Work isn't really a hard grind for you anymore. You have momentum built up. Just maintain it and push a little harder. You have the body built and went through struggles already. Just keep eating well and showing up at the gym. It's almost easy at this point. Your objectives here: maintain focus, continue working on fitness and success, stay consistent in your career or business, avoid high-level distractions. Attractive women will start throwing themselves at you and everyone will want to be your business partner. Stay focused. You're almost there. This now brings us to level 8. Level 8. Seeds blossom. At this point, the fruits of your labor have blossomed into a beautiful garden for you to harvest and enjoy. Between the ages of 30 to 40 to 50, if you put in the work, you're at the point where you got some millions in the bank and you can get missing and not have to deal with people at all if you don't want to. You now have options. You have money and time to do whatever you want with. Talk to whoever you want. Be with whoever you want. Go wherever you want. Do whatever you want to do. The world has always been your oyster, but now it's really yours, and you can choose to do as you wish at this point. And since you put in the work, everyone else who's 30, 40, 50, beer guts, out of shape, kids, mortgage, debt, unhappy, depressed. You are in the peak of your life between 30 to 50. Your objectives here: do whatever you want. That's legal. Start a family, get a degree, travel the world, keep working, follow your passion, disappear like the Dark Knight. Now, the next 2 stages of life are a bit of the same. Level 9, enjoy more life. Level 10, philanthropy, which is just giving a lot away for charitable causes, because at the end of the day, men only need to be selfish for about 5, 10, or sometimes 15 years, but then can spend the rest of their lives giving back to the world. And not only is it good for the people you benefit, but it also feels good for you. Plus, let's be frank here, you can't take it with you. What level are you on in a game right now, and how do you plan on leveling up? Let me know down in the comments. Next episode, I'll tell you some quick hacks to see fast results in the game in months, weeks, or even days. That'll be an episode on cheat codes in life, so stay tuned for that. If you watch this far, you are clearly somebody who's going to crush it in the game of life. Drop a comment saying, simulation confirmed. If you made it to the end, catch you in the next one.